Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to the new semester and I'm your teacher for post-colonial studies and my name is Sara Zanab. This is a brief online orientation of your course post-colonial studies and here I'll discuss your course outline. Here is the rationale of your course and students you should know the aim and objective of your course. So the first point is this course aims to introduce students to a selection of literature and criticism generated by the colonizer and colonized. So here you have a detailed course outline that is selected or suggested by HEC and through that course outline you will come to know the ideology or the theory of colonizer and colonized. And the second point, students will be able to participate meaningfully in the debate inaugurated by post-colonial literary studies. So here, uh, throughout this semester, inshallah, we will arrange a very productive debates, very productive group discussion on the topic post-colonial studies and post-colonial theory. And the next point is students will be able to identify the common thematic concerns and stylistic features in the cross-continental voices of the empire. So here you will identify, you will aware of the common thematic concerns and stylistic features in the cross-continental voices of empire means you have different aspects, you have different justifications, you have different defenses of their philosophies, of their ideology, and some works will justify the mentality or the ideology of colonizer, and some will defend the point of view of colonized people. So there will be a cross-continental voices of different empires. And the next point is students will be able to recognize post-colonial literature and criticism as a distinct and significant addition to English literary studies, and by the end of this course you must evaluate yourself that what you have learned through this course. Okay, student, before the detailed discussion about the course outline, I just want to discuss the key term of our course title, post-colonialism. Post-colonialism is basically a critical academic study that is based on the cultural legacy of colonialism and imperialism. The main focus of post colonialism is on human consequences of colonization, human consequences of the control and the exploitation of colonized people and the exploitation of their land. And the term post colonialism is framing the new policies for the social, political, and economic development of the country. And you can say that post colonialism uh, is a way to develop new cultures, to promote new cultures. But on the other hand, it oppresses and it exploits the indigenous structure politically, economically, socially, culturally, and psychologically. Post colonialism is basically a key term that is used to define the oppression, sufferings of colonizers. So, post colonial theory also focuses on the issues of power, economic, politics, religion, and culture, and how these elements work in relation to colonial hegemony, that how Western colonizers control the colonized people. So it looks at the issues of these aspects like power, economic, politics, and it attempts to focus on the oppression of those who were ruled under colonization. So the factors that are included in post-colonial theory are political oppression, economic, social and cultural oppression, psychological oppression, and there are also um, other key terms that are introduced by Homi K. Bhabha in his book post-colonial that is based on post-colonialism, and the key terms are like hybridity, unhomeliness, agency, identity crisis, patriarchy, and many other which we will read in detail. So, if we talk about post colonial literature that emerged at the same time that many colonies were fighting their way to independence, and it really began picking up as a coherent literary movement in the mid 20th century. So, many classic post colonial texts were published between 1950s to 1990s. Here is your suggested primary readings, and I'm going to discuss one by one all the authors and their works. And it is very important to clear you the content of your syllabus, your course outline. So the first one is Chano Achebe and his work Things Fall Apart. Chano Achebe, as we know, that he is the Igbo Nigerian novelist, poet, and a critic, and he's well-known contemporary author from African continent, and he is regarded as a father of African novels. And Things Fall Apart is very famous novel and is often considered his masterpiece, and it is mostly read novel, widely read novel in the whole world. So it is very important as far as post-colonial course is concerned because it throws light on the departure from colonialist view of African lifestyles and custom. And the second author is Betsy Sidhwa and her work Ice Candyman. Pepsi Sidhwa is basically Pakistani American novelist of Gujarati Parsi descent. Her notable award is Sitara Imtiaz. And Pepsi Sidhwa exposes the post-colonial aspects in the blood of South Asian people like unhomeliness, agency, patriarchy, feminism, that is very important aspect or the theme of her writings, and identity crisis is also very important as far as her writings are concerned, and Ice Candy Man is the best example of post-colonial literature. The next one is Nadeem Aslam and his work Season of the Rainbirds. Uh, Season of the Rainbird is the debut novel of Nadeem Aslam, who is a Pakistani born writer but he lives in London. This novel, Season of the Rainbirds, published in 1993, and this novel is a compelling portrayal of the society in this tribe of timeless world, and it also present social hierarchy that is dominating factor uh, in our social culture, and he exposes that how the dominating class dictates uh, the value of our custom and the form of art that we considered in our daily life. So these are first three authors in our post-colonial course. And the next suggested author is Arundhati Roy and her work The God of Small Things. Arundhati Roy, an Indian author, and she is best known for her novel The God of Small Things. This novel is also a debut novel and is based on the childhood experiences presenting in post-colonial issues, and again the themes, the post-colonial themes like feminism versus patriarchy, identity crisis in caste, love and family relationships, and environmental colonization is the basic factor of her writing. The next one is Hanif Qureshi and his work My Son the Fanatic. Hanif Qureshi is basically a British playwright, screenwriter, filmmaker, a novelist of Pakistani and England descent, and we can see a colonialism and impacts of colonialism in his novel My Son the Fanatic. And the other important key terms, post colonial key terms like hegemony, agency, identity crisis are the key concepts of his novel. The next one, Frantz Fanon and his work on national culture from the wretched of the earth. The theme of his work is that colonialism as disease vector, and Fanon as Algerian political theorist and a psychiatrist, philosopher, and a revolutionary writer is very influential in the field of post-colonial studies. And the most interesting thing about his work is that its preface is written by Jean-Paul Sartre, and his philosophy stresses on individual freedom, human dignity, and social responsibility. The next important author in your course outline is Edward Said, and Edward Said is one of the most important literary critic and philosopher of late 20th century, and his work Introduction to Culture and Imperialism is very famous, very well known work, and Edward Said is a very important figure in post-colonial courses because of his work and because of his ideology. Because Said is famous for advocating the establishment of Palestinian state to ensure equal political and social and human rights for Palestinian in Israel, and we can very well understand the pain of colonized people in the heart of Edward Said. So his book, Introduction to Culture and Imperialism, it also reveals how colonialist and imperialist employed culture to control distant land and exploit their people. And the next author is Gauri Vishwanathan. Her work, The Beginning of British Literary Study in British India from the Mask of Conquest. Uh, Gauri Vishwanathan is a professor of English and comparative literature at Columbia University, and her work is considered as classic work in post-colonial studies because it describes the introduction of English studies in India under British rule, and also its function as an effective form of political control over India. So, this is it. Our next suggested authors are, the first one is Sarah Soleri. In the slide, the first author is Sarah Soleri, and her work, The Rhetoric of English India. Sarah Soleri is an American author, and her field of study and teaching is Romantic and Victorian poetry, but her special concern in post-colonial literature and theory reflected in her work, The Rhetoric of English India. And the next one is Ngugi Wa Thiong'o, and he is the Kenyan writer, and his work is on the abolition of English department. And our next suggested primary author is Derek Walcott. He is the West Indian poet and playwright, and the work which is included in our course is The Schooner Flight, A Far Cry from Africa, a lesson for this Sunday. Derek Walcott is noted for works that explore the Caribbean cultural experiences, and he's the one of those who received Nobel Prize for Literature in 1992. And the next uh, suggested primary author or the novelist or the poet is Ben Okri, and his work is an African elegy that is included in our course. And Ben Okri is and his work, the African elegy, is not a traditional elegy but presents pains and sufferings of African people. That is why Okri is considered the author of post-colonial and post-modern tradition, and he is also compared with Salman Rushdie. Students, this is the last slide containing two more suggested primary readings. The first one is Progressive Insanities of the Poinar Play, written by Margaret Atwood, and the second one is Brother Jero, written by Hol Soyinka. So, this is all about your course outline. Students, don't worry about the length of the course. We will definitely select some of the major authors and their works, and your opinions, your suggestions are always welcome. Thank you very much.